Well, thank you, Taban. Joined here with Mike Glaspie. Welcome back. Our plant expert is back, everyone. And I know, hopefully, the plants that you work with haven't completely disintegrated in the heat that we've been having.
Some of them are stressed pretty much. I mean, some of them don't take to the heat real well.
Well, he is here to answer any of your plant questions and gardening questions that you may have. You're welcome to call into our direct line, 325-658-5770. Remember to listen to the phone, not the TV, when you are asking a question, though. Just wanted to set that little reminder out there. But we're happy to answer any plant questions, whether they involve summer plants, de-weeding. Is it too late to de-weed now?
Oh, no. I mean, obviously, with the little bit of rain that we've gotten in the heat, the weeds are going to accelerate. They'll grow a little faster than the lawn does, so we need to keep up with those so it doesn't take the moisture from our plants that we desire.
Yeah, and I know weeds, they can become wreak havoc, I guess you can say, in yards, especially around.
That's why we call them weeds.
Yeah.
So we don't want them.
Let's go ahead and take our first question here. Well, good morning. What's your plant question?
Yes, I was wondering, as far as weeds in the garden, is there any kind of spray or anything we can use that will not harm the vegetables?
Not really. There's not any way for the weed killer to distinguish between a good thing and a bad thing. The ideal thing you're going to want to make sure that you do is just keep it off of the foliage of the plants that you want to keep, your vegetable plants. You can use a block with a piece of cardboard or something like that, and I would go ahead and use glyphosate, a Roundup product, something like that. Don't use anything with 2,4-D because it can be root absorbed, so what leaches into the ground can be taken in by the plant system. So just block the spray off of the foliage of the plants you want to keep. Just put your piece of cardboard or a can over it or something like that, and once it dries on the leaf, it'll just kill that plant.
Yeah, so some sort of protective covering.
Right, yeah, just something to block the spray off, because it won't translocate off of there through the soil or anything like that, but it will kill the desired weed through the root system.
Yeah, great things to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and take another question here. Well, good Thursday morning. What's your plant question?
Yes, we just put down some grass, like St. Augustine grass, or carpet grass is what some people call it. And I would like to know, we weren't really told how to care for it or what to do. Should we fertilize it immediately? Should we mow it because it is long? What should we do with this grass to get it to really get going?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a good question. A lot of your sod has a lot of the root systems removed when it was cut up. So ideally, you're not going to try to use a granular fertilizer till you've mowed it at least 2 or 3 times, and that way you will have an established root system. In between time, if you want to fertilize it, you can use water solubles or organic. That's a little bit less of a chance to burn anything. As far as mowing it goes, you want to mow it on the highest setting that you can. It will help shade the ground. Watering wise, you just need to watch that. The one thing that you want to make sure you do is don't water this St. Augustine through the nighttime temperatures, okay? So you want to be through watering at least an hour before the sun goes down, and don't start watering an hour before the sun goes up. Or you can set up the conditions to develop a disease problem, and you'll start seeing spots in your yard that start to die, and that's from a disease. So you need to make sure that you water it properly, water it enough. As you go through time, you're going to start watering less frequently and longer to encourage a deeper root system.
How long does it usually take to set up that root system?
From the time that they plant it until we would call it established is usually about 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. So in between time, as you go week to week, you're going to start adding some time to your watering and then start adding some days in between. Initially, when we plant it, you should be watering it probably twice a day for the first 5 to 7 days. The next 5 to 7 days, every day and a half. Then the next, just like this, you're going to do that and add some time to your sprinkler system. Sometimes you may have to go out there and hand water because you're going to have to make sure that you get it established. You don't want to run your sprinkler system for a long period of time.
That's a good thing to keep in mind. Yes.
It'll save water.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Mike, for coming back out here. We love your plant specialty.
That's all right.
You know what you're talking about. So thank you. We'll be back after this. Don't go away.